Hello and good afternoon. I'm just so excited to be with you again today, and I'm excited to talk about this subject. I really like the subject of helping the people who really need help to get it. And sometimes people who really need help, they don't access it because they're afraid of what they've done, they're afraid of what they said, and they're most of all afraid of making or thinking about a bad decision. Now, too many people that I know have thought about decisions that they've made and they've been really poor decisions. I've made some bad decisions too. You've dated the wrong people. You probably bought the wrong car. I'll never forget that I didn't pay my tithe and offering or return my tithe and offering. And I went to go to one of my favorite beauty suppliers to get my clippers and cut my hair, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't pay my tithe. I opened the box. And when I opened the box, what happened is that the box was full of parts and pieces. The clippers that I had did not come together. The metal pieces that were just in the wrong place and everything like that. And what ends up happening, what happened to me, what ends up happening sometimes is that we may feel guilty about something we have said, something we have done, something that you may have experienced, something you may have done, something you may not have done. I'll never forget I had some times where I have said some things to people that I really, really regret. Some people I had the opportunity to ask for forgiveness, and other people I haven't. There's some people who have done me wrong, and they feel guilty about it. There's some people who may not feel guilty about any actions. But I would suggest to you that there's so many people who are filled with guilt, filled with regret, filled with frustration over something that they have done. And today I really want to talk about that. This is something that could actually be holding you back. So this is a series, What's Holding You Back? So this is number 2. The first one we talked about the fact that sometimes your grief could be holding you back. And now we're going to talk about guilt that could be holding you back. So not only have we all done something that we may have regretted, but I want to let everybody know that you are not defined by that one action. There's sometimes that the one action you may think that it is the one thing that's going to keep you from going forward in life. You might have missed out on love. You may have missed out on a relationship. You may have missed out on a significant part of your life. And you think, hey, because I had these kids, because I married this person, because I did this action with this person when I know I shouldn't have, because I took this or took that. I want to let you know that one action doesn't define your life. Now, by the same token, if you have continued to kind of pour out yourself in a way that's not equitable, it's not kind, it's not loving, it's not just, it's very kind of uneven and frustrating. People see themselves with you as being a nemesis, or you're always against other people, then the Bible does talk about the law of sowing and reaping, and what you reap, you will sow. And I would suggest to you that if you have been unkind to someone, if you have taken an action against somebody that they don't deserve, the Bible says that we all should do right to people when it's in our power to do so. So understanding this, that we are not defined by one action, one momentary slip, one momentary word does not define us, but we are defined by the trend, more or less our character. So who are you when the lights go out? Who are you when times are tough? Who are you when things are difficult? Do you only use foul language? Do you only use positive language? Are you not really embracing the experience that you have right now? And I want you to know today that you don't have to run away from your emotions. You don't have to run away from your identity. You can be who you are and you can live free. There's some people who are guilty because they're millionaires and other people don't have money. Well, that's not my story yet, but I do believe that I wouldn't be guilty. I do my best to give as much as I could. There's some people who are guilty because they've been born on a different side of the tracks. And what that means is born in a place where you are prosperous and have opportunity, and other people are born in places where they don't have that opportunity. They're not prosperous, and it's difficult to kind of get them to understand that they are blessed. You and I have opportunity as we're watching this on this platform and listening on this platform today. You have an opportunity to live your life not with guilt, not with regret, not defined by one action, but you have an opportunity to do something that I want to share with you today. And what I would like to share with you and invite you to consider is that every new sunrise is an opportunity to start again. Yes, every time the sun goes up, every time the sun comes down, every time the sun goes up, in that same sequence from creation, every evening and morning that we have together, we have opportunities to start living life in a way that we really wanted to live. Some people really feel angry about how they've been treated. Some people feel frustrated. Some people are filled with fear. Some people are filled with agony. But I want to let you know today that you don't have to be angry. You don't have to be frustrated. You don't have to feel like you're alone. You are not alone. And there's some people whose guilt may haunt them for things that they have done. I promise you that you can be forgiven. And there's joy on the other side. Every new sunrise is an opportunity for you to live life. I like art. And one of my favorite people was the painter Bob Ross. He had an afro. He's a white man with an afro. I didn't understand it in the 80s, but he really decided to help everybody to see that even mistakes could be covered up just by painting with a brush. What if I were to give you a brush and every day you had an opportunity to kind of see each new day as an opportunity with a blank canvas to paint the beauty of your life? I want you to know today that sometimes it may not always feel easy, and sometimes it may feel lonely. You may feel as if nobody cares, but I want to let you know each day is a blank page waiting for you to write on it. I'm so glad that you tuned in today. I'm so glad that you learned a little bit today. And I'm so glad that you can apply these principles so it doesn't have to hold you back anymore. There's no more chains on you, no more chains of anger or frustration or guilt of doing or saying anything from your past. I invite you to free yourself, and your mind and body will follow. You might have joy. You might need to free yourself from that loved one. You might need to free yourself from that pain. You might need to free yourself from that addiction. You might need to free yourself from that person. You might need to free yourself from that neighborhood or from that community that continues to drag you down. I want to tell you that you don't have to feel guilty, but you can live guilt-free knowing that there's joy waiting for you on the other side. The Bible says weeping may endure for a night. Guilt may endure for a night. Discouragement may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I want you to know today that there is joy waiting on the other side for you. There's joy that you could probably never imagine, but today I invite you to take joy for the journey.